Dude, welcome back to the Dude Sports Podcast. I'm your host, PC, and we got another great day for you today. It's going to be a great episode. The dynamic duo always here for you to talk about our sports, even though it's not in my favorite time of the season. It is Main Man for Way Out West, one of his favorite seasons. I am kind of getting into that baseball scheme a little bit. We'll get into the MLB, but we might as well
I
check
mean,
in.
it's beautiful outside. Like,
Yeah, it is nice.
what's the problem?
It's just allergy season. It's just I'm like one of those
Oh, well,
weird
yeah,
ones
you
that is
got to
so
take the
seasonal out.
Sudafed.
I gotta
So,
take
I mean,
medicine all the time, and it's just not as
even
fun.
I mean, I got to take the Sudafed, but you kind of feel like Jesse Pinkman a little bit. What's the You got to problem? show the
It's just
ID, especially out there in Missouri, right?
Yeah.
You're meth capital of the world, huh?
For sure, yeah, 100%. We have a bunch of stuff that
So,
goes on around here, especially in that Ozark area. I mean, St. Louis is the bad one. Kansas City's like fine, but yeah, no, I totally get everything about that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The allergies are out and about for sure. The lawn, mowing the lawn, coming back and doing all that's kind of been a pain in the butt. But you know what? That is being an adult, and I am going to be an adult for once and do that. And also the golf swing, not looking that great, but it's getting there. And hopefully by the end of the summer, when I take some of these trips I'm taking to go golf, they'll be in pretty excellent form. So we might as well get right into it. I don't know
Augusta.
a whole bunch of stuff. We can go
Hey,
right into. Huh?
I'm here.
I know.
One
Maybe
second.
where it was.
What? Where'd I go?
He's not here anymore. Oh,
Cool.
now he's back.
Um, yeah, stuff's going good. I got to see grandparents this weekend. Good to see them. 90th birthday. Good deal there. Had fun time with the family. You got it. Yeah, not me. But good time there. Now we've got we're kind of getting into football stuff. So we had the draft, and I don't know if you're big onto X or whatever, but there
I
was a
do
lot of
watch
people.
it
I
currently. I do
like the
use it
grading
every
of the
once.
drafts right after the draft.
Right. Yeah. Right. Just
Like
absolutely.
immediately after the
What are
draft,
you
like
thinking? Why are
everybody's
you?
got a
Why are you
fucking
drafting?
idea.
Can't be
I
having those
think you look
ideas,
at
man.
positions. Picking the NFL draft is kind of like picking the March Madness,
Yeah.
because once you pick the wrong one, that's like going right. You pick the wrong receiver that goes first, and then it's domino.
Yep.
Everything's off.
Yep.
I don't know if there was many surprises. We'll get into the Ty Simpson thing, but we'll talk about the NFL draft. We can go over the UFC card that was at the Apex. That was a
Yep.
good one. Um, but good time so far. I mean, let's get into it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. We could talk. Let's talk the current in season, and then we'll get to the draft. The draft is kind of something we kind of spread out a little bit. MLB talk. The Royals are doing better than the worst team in the MLB, but still not great. The bats are starting to actually light up a little bit, which has been kind of nice to see. But again, our bullpen comes in and blows a game. Was nice to see them sweep somebody this last week in the Angels and actually seem to be getting on the right track. They do have the A's coming up here, which will be a difficult series. But it looks like the bats are starting to wake up a little bit, which would be really nice. If the pitching could, figure it out as well. But it's a teeter-totter scale. You can only have one or the other. It's not going to be both of them at the same time. So, but we'll see. Jack had a good home run today. Seems like Collins got going today as well in that series. But yeah, it's the pitching and the bullpen. They need to figure that out because it's a bunch of times now where they just have gone to the bullpen and it cannot hold a lead. I mean, the only reason they held a lead today was because they didn't even lead all game until the 10th with the walk off. But yeah, it's just they need to figure that out. You can find one thing to complain about. You complain about the other thing. 11-17, not the start of the season we wanted. Pushing in the right direction, which is good. If we can get on a little bit of a streak here, that'd be nice.
Do we just want to look at
Uh,
Satchel Paige's X?
if you want to, you could pull it up. Satchel Paige's X.
There's I guess there's a pretty deep Royals burner verse, and there's this one guy who always ends up in our group chat, and it's kind of funny to see what he's got going on. A lot of statistics in his neck of the woods. Yeah, but geez, Louise, Mets lost 2 games today. I
Yeah.
don't really have much else. It's pretty bad. high payroll. You've got a bunch of money going to a bunch of different guys that are underperforming and are hurt and playing hurt, and you have this expensive bullpen, but or I don't even know if you want to say expensive. Yeah, because you got Manai in there, you got Devin, you got Weaver, and you're still playing these guys that are like, I don't even know. We've probably had 35 players play for us so far this year. Like, it's crazy. We've
Yeah.
got a new this, new that, new this, new that. Um, as far as relief pitching, guys who are starting, we've got a young kid in Christian Scott who came up to open and got sent right back down. We had a guy today who pitched 3 1/3. We have Austin Warren who played as a 27th man. We have like guys just coming up and down, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, I thought we were trying to build like this kind of factory where it's like, okay, we take younger players, we flip them into older players, like the Brewers, but it's not really that. And I don't know if it's because of it's like you're trying to do the Brewers thing, but like right, Moneyball only really works because you have to get the cheap players. Like if you have a bunch of money with Moneyball, it's tougher because like you spend, like you think you just go up to the next level, but the next level there's even more question marks. Like I liked the Soto, I liked the I don't know, like this. I keep on going back to this Bichette and Simeon thing, and they're good players, but they're just struggling to start the season. Robert Jr., he's killing it. I'm a real fan of him. Beatty's doing good. He got in an argument today with an umpire. Um, it's and maybe it's baseball's not supposed to be like a set in stone kind of roster like your college basketball team maybe. So it is tough to like get in that mindset that like we're playing like a blue chip team. So why are we pulling up all these guys from the C squad all the time? But it is tough to watch some of their games, man. Like we're struggling to hit, can't hit, struggling to pitch, can't pitch. Like it is real bad. We're one of the worst teams in baseball. We're one of the highest payrolls in baseball. Good news is Phillies are worse.
That is true.
Um,
Phillies are worse, which is shocking. Those two teams at the bottom of the NL East, but I mean, get the Braves.
Not the NL East, the entire MLB.
Yeah.
So, I mean, gosh, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do, man. It's disappointing to say the least.
Yeah, thankfully, hey, like, and I know it's like it sucks right now, but hopefully this is the stretch for maybe this. You know, that's why it's such a long season. That's why everybody likes baseball. Is you hang on every pitch, but there's 162 games in the
Richard
season.
Lovelady got the win today for the Washington Nationals, who the Mets play next.
Nice. Yeah, but I mean, they've played 28 games out of 162. If you're gonna have a bad stretch, you hope it's at the beginning of the year.
No, but I get that. But at a certain point, that stretch has to. You can't just keep saying that into August. Like,
Well,
oh well,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
correct. You're right. Going into August, yeah.
Like right now is the time that I'm starting to say, because I was
May
totally
is,
on that
yes.
train for the last couple. Like week before, like May, I feel like May is too late. Like May, we start firing coaches. Let's talk about that. Alex Cora,
Well, yeah, all
Boston
the
Red
Boston.
Sox.
So yeah, everybody's gone.
Everybody just about out.
Yeah, gone. You guys stink. That's what I wish they would do to the hitting coach.
Let's look at the standings. So by division, American League first.
Yeah.
East Yankees lead 18-10. Tampa Bay Rays 16-11. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if that one guy didn't like kids?
Yeah.
Baltimore Orioles 13-15. They're under 500, but they're only 5 games back. What about wild card?
Wild card right now has.
Well, we'll get to that. I'll look at wild card after.
Tampa's in the wild card right now. Leading the
Yeah, they should be. Maybe that's what. Okay, that's what that is. Wild card game behind. Then you got the Blue Jays. They're 12-15. I mean, that was kind of a tough year last year for them. They played so deep into the season, and obviously it didn't work out the way that they wanted. They used a lot of their kind of old timers. They did spend some money this offseason. So maybe that's kind of a thing. A lot of teams have spent money this offseason. Players are getting used to their new places maybe. Boston Red Sox, they're at the bottom of the division, 11-17. Detroit Tigers, 15-14. They lead the Central. Cleveland Guardians,
Actually, I think
15-14.
technically
They're tied.
The Guardians technically hold the tiebreaker in the wild card technically right now. I think
Okay,
I
but
looked
by
at
run
that.
differential, it
Correct.
is
Yeah.
the Tigers.
Yeah.
Minnesota Twins, they're under 500, 12-16. Chicago White Sox and Kansas City Royals, 11-17.
Yikes.
I mean, 3.5 games, you got plenty of time to make that up.
Yeah,
I
especially
think
the
what I'd
AL
look like
Central
with the
being as
Royals,
bad.
though, is a minus 19 run differential. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess the White Sox have a minus 29. They really only have that Japanese kid.
They have started to hit a lot better this last series at least, but it was against the Angels, so you can't really say too much. It's not like, oh, we did it against like New York or something. Like you do it against the Angels.
Oh, the Royals?
Yeah, the Royals. The Royals scored
Yeah.
6, 12, and then 11 in the last three. I mean, I get they haven't been hitting very, but they scored 8 the game before, and they lost 8-6, and then 6-5 win, and then lost 7-5, and then they weren't hitting. Like once they got to Baltimore, they really started
They're
to hit the ball.
2-10 away.
Yeah, they can't hit the ball. Yeah. Well, it's because their closer gives up all the runs.
The redacted Athletics are leading the West.
It's pretty crazy.
15-13. Texas Rangers are 500, 14-14. They're one game behind the wild card. Seattle Mariners, one game below 500, 14-15. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, 12-17, 11-18. Your lowly Houston assholes. Astros. 8-8 at home, 3-10 away. Gosh, can't do that.
No, you can't.
All right, National League. This is where real baseball's played. Atlanta Braves, 20-9. They lead the National League East. Miami Marlins, 13-15. They don't look too bad. Washington Nationals, 13-16. Philadelphia Phillies and New York Mets are 9-19. So the Mets actually do have the worst record in baseball again. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Minus 30 run differential to the minus 54 of the Phillies. Cincinnati Reds, 18-10. Chicago Cubs, 17-11. Pittsburgh Pirates, 16-12. They don't look too bad. St. Louis Cardinals, 14-13. They've come out with a pretty good start to the season, all things considered. Definitely pretty good. So the NL is the league that is having the success. You got one league that's like kind of under 500, one league that's a little over 500. That is the National League, and looking at that, you have all 5 teams in the Central being over 500. Milwaukee Brewers 14-13, tied with the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals, since they are technically, I guess, a podcast team. I
don't know if you really want to call that anymore. I don't know. I mean, he's been on that long mission out to find the hidden city of Atlantis on that expedition.
Oh my goodness!
For about like over 3 months now. Like he had
Check
that one
into that,
pap
Ralph?
in. He like kind of pops in every once in a while and he gets a little bit of signal. But I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe he became a millionaire or a billionaire. Maybe married a merm woman or something. I don't know what happens down there. What happens down there stays in Atlantis, I guess. But well, hopefully we can get that guy. But I guess you talk about the Cardinals a little bit. They are playing well. We were kind of clowning them at the beginning, and they are the best team out of the technical podcast.
Yeah, so we'll see their bullpen. They're really just being held together by good defense and really hot batting. Jordan Walker started out the season with a really hot start. He's cooled down a little bit over these last couple of weeks. But he started out the season like on a 60 home run pace. I think he's down to like a 40 home run pace, which is still really good for him, especially. I mean, Mason Wynn, the young kid, Weatherholt, a couple of guys who are doing okay. Pajes, I know, and some of the other catchers. Some of the other guys who they got rid of, that's kind of another thing that maybe you see. A lot of guys who a lot of teams that sold this offseason are the teams that are doing good. A lot of teams that bought this offseason are the teams that are doing bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
except for the Dodgers, but I mean, they don't really count.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the Dodgers. I mean, not as see, they're not unbeatable is the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's the Central. Everyone's over 500. Going on to the West, Los Angeles Dodgers do lead 19-9. San Diego Padres, God bless you. San Diego
Thanks.
Padres 18-9. Arizona Diamondbacks 15-12. San Francisco Giants 13-15. Colorado Rockies 13-16. They actually beat the Dodgers in a series.
That's crazy.
So and they just beat the Mets. They beat the Mets in two. Did they sweep the Mets? They might have swept the Mets. Unless it was a 4-game series.
They swept the Mets. Yep.
So that makes me feel great.
But the Padres are probably one of the most fun team in baseball to watch. Them and like the Pirates.
They got like those 3 big money guys.
Yeah.
Bogard, Machado, Tatis.
Yeah, they're closer. Miller's fun too.
Yeah, well, Miller's incredible. Miller's the best closer in baseball right now.
Right. Yeah, he's fun. That injury's pretty cool too. But yeah,
and their catcher, or not their catcher, but their pitching staff, their starting pitching staff, there's a bunch of money in there. But I'm saying as far as position guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Like who do they have position guys? They are like, is Cronenworth still on the team?
Yeah, you got Bogart, Tatis.
Gavin Sheets, Freddie Fermin.
Oh yeah, Gavin Sheets is actually pretty good.
Jackson Merrill, he's good. Ramon Laureano.
Yeah,
Nick Castellanos.
They're hitting well. I mean, 310 on base percentage for the team.
Ty France hit a big home run for him.
OPS. It's pretty good for the team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Mets are fucking garbage.
I don't know what's happening over there. I mean, is it the new guys getting together?
ABS is such a fucking thing.
I know that's your big thing of the year. I know, but
and it's every game, and it's always like, we're living through an experiment, and that's what my thing was from the beginning. Is that like, do we know what we're doing here, or is this just fucking twiddly dinks? Is this fucking?
We're just experimenting at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's all this thing is.
Transitional era of the MLB. That's fun. They always have to make the game different, man. It's too boring. You get through a baseball game now in 2 hours.
It's not.
I used to think that. I don't think that anymore, but.
Now everybody's like, oh, look at the throwback. Like everyone hates starter jackets. To tell fucking everyone loves starter jackets again. Like it's crazy. Time's a flat circle, man.
I mean, I don't mind the pitch count stuff to make the game go a little bit faster, but like, I mean, when going to a game and the game's done in 2 hours, I mean, that's like okay. Like I mean, guys, like there's that was 2 really terrible teams playing.
Like a matinee.
So like it was like whatever. But
just yeah, go to the ballpark for 2 hours. You can go see something else after.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, it used to be like a day thing. And fuck, if I have a lefty on my team that I want to only face lefties, let me have that fucking guy on my team.
Yeah.
He's a player.
Yeah.
Some guys used to make careers out of that.
Yeah.
Totally gone.
Goodbye, all analytics. Thanks, Brad Pitt.
Not even. It's like, well, now it's like in the rules.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you have to face 3 batters, ABS, and like this whole ABS, like it's.
It
really is the.
Make guess, but like, I mean, are they
what
trying
did
to
that solve? And then you got the pitch clock, but you get like, and like the throwing over twice thing, so Soto can have 40 stolen bases.
Got to get the record.
Like, if you want to make a new league, like if Rob Manfred doesn't like baseball, then like be the fucking commissioner of something else.
Yeah, be the what's
like.
Yeah.
I really like soccer. Let's make baseball soccer.
Let's really make it soccer. That's probably the best thing for the sport, honestly. We have to make it somewhat more fast paced. Actually, if it's not more fast paced, then like it's definitely not enjoyable.
Peg outs. The Mets would have gotten out today if there was peg outs. Double play, ball to the first baseman, turn, throw to second base, hit the runner in the
Rob
back.
Medford could just made a maxi league like from Happy Gilmore too. That's like the accurate representation of what he wants baseball to be like. Might as well. You know what they should do? He should just go to Banana Ball and buy them out, and then make the MLB
Banana Ball's awesome. Banana Ball is so cool because it's Banana Ball.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, Adam Silver, I mean, I guess he's also trying his best to make the Harlem Globetrotters basically
Yeah.
every night in the NBA. But
Right. Yeah.
I don't.
We'll get to that, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Well,
And the NFL's just going to be flag
the
football. I mean, this
yep,
is so
yep,
silly. Like,
yep.
we are living through the times
yeah,
right now.
yeah. It's just going to be like
We
back
should
in
have
our
smarter
day.
down
Back
on our thing.
back in our day, remember when they actually like tackled each other? Remember when like they got to go full force, and if one guy didn't have his head on the swivel, he got his clock cleaned on the kickoff return. You don't know nothing about those 2015 highlight reels where you're in middle school, sitting there at the desk watching.
High school, you still have the classic.
Yeah, you still have
return.
all the classic kick return, and you just watching the "Here Comes the Boom" highlight mixtape.
And honestly, you know what? I might like the college and high school overtime more than the NFL.
It is. Yeah. The college ones are always really good. But, like, I mean, that's just how it's going to be. I mean, you got to, look, everybody's trying to change things, and, like, sometimes the grass isn't always greener.
But, like, the NIL is, fuck.
Well, that's
See,
not what I want to get in the
we just, well, no. But I'm saying that, like, okay, well, the college game is staying the same. Well, it's not because of the NIL.
Right.
So it's like, this whole podcast was to make me sad or something.
Yeah, well, we're expressing our emotions as real sports fans here, you know? We're not, look, I may be a Chiefs guy and I've seen Super Bowls or whatever, and I've, have had really great stuff. But look, I've had my peak mountain part. Now I just got to join the ride with everybody else. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. I had my fun at the top of the mountain. It's pretty lonely down here. Is this how you feel all the time? This sucks, dude. Why did you pick this? This is not fun. Anything. You technically picked them. I mean, you're born into the situation, but you picked them.
No. What?
You didn't have to be a Jets fan.
What, switch sides?
Well, I can switch now. I'm not saying now currently, but you're...
At what point could I have? Like, when was the cutoff?
Middle school.
Really? I don't like that. If you're middle school age, don't switch.
I would personally rather prefer that as well, but I feel like middle school is the cutoff. Like beginning of middle school, like 6th grade.
NFC
not like
teams, the Panthers.
Not 9th. Unless your team moves or whatever, then it's fine. Because then what are you supposed to do? Just
you don't have to become
like
because
it's the Sonic, right? Yeah,
fan.
you don't have to become a Thunder fan, right? You could go find a different team. But
do you think? Well, I know in San Diego, they were a big Hispanic population. A lot of those guys were Raider fans anyway, and there wasn't a lot of Charger fans to begin with. But
yeah, I don't. Yeah, the whole. I mean, San Diego's just
the Jets. But here's the thing: is that even what you say, I don't even really have. I guess the Jets back-to-back AFC title games and there is nothing in really professional sport. I don't even know what it feels like to be a Bills fan, really. And Bills fans don't know what it's like to be a Jets fan. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a different hurt for everybody, and that's kind of the fun thing about it. It's a Mets pain
if everybody had
is way different than a Royals pain.
Our conversations wouldn't be interesting at all if we all
even when your team is doing bad, it's not like you're the Jets. There's no one who's the Jets. When Nick Howard's like, oh, we're the Titans or whatever. It's not even fucking close. It's not even close. There's nothing that will ever compare to what the Jets are going through right now. My Geno Smith jersey just came in the mail today.
Got it. Gotta have it. It.
I ain't right back, though.
Yeah, no.
Geno is my guy. That is the new thing. Hey, is that what we want to do? So is that MLB? Do we want to go NFL draft?
That was kind of like a...
Okay, so let's go from bad to worse.
Let's go. We go through kind of each... I thought we'd go through the first round, kind of pick some of your best stuff like that. You can talk Jets, I'll talk Chiefs stuff, whatever.
You want to start? You just want to go through the whole ordeal?
Yeah, we'll go through the first round or whatever, see what we think, whatever. And then, I mean, obviously, this is, we're who knows how these guys are going to be, but just based on this.
I
Mendoza,
know. Oh my goodness. Yeah. C
you gotta
plus.
cover your ass up. Yeah.
C
yeah.
plus. I love how like everyone was like Mendoza the Raiders guaranteed. As soon as it happened, CBS Sports is like B plus.
Yeah.
It's like what the fuck? Like what
do
could they
what
have
do you
done?
want him to do? What do you want him to do? Do you want him to draft an
Like
offensive
trade
tackle?
back with the Jets, and then like the Jets still take
Yeah,
David Bailey, and they get an extra
what do you
pick
want him
with
to do?
like.
Yeah. Well, how was that? How could have that gotten an A? How could have that? Like, how could they've done anything better than draft Fernando Mendoza in the current situation that they have? What? Yeah, they draft back and then they somehow end up with Mendoza again. Oh, great! Like, no, it's ridiculous. But Mendoza going one, can sit behind. Do you think he sits behind Kirk all year?
Oh, I mean, fuck. This is the thing: is that he should. That's the answer. He should. Now, is there gonna be something? Like, I don't know. Does Kirk get hurt in a preseason game, or does Kirk underperform? Who else is on the roster? Let's pull up NFL depth charts, because I'm sure like the Jets have 4 quarterbacks right now. The fucking Chiefs have a bunch of quarterbacks on their
a lot
roster.
of them on that roster. Well, they don't know who's going to play because
Kirk Cousins, Fernando Mendoza, Aiden O'Connell. Okay, Aiden O'Connell has been playing there for a while, but they do have a new system. I don't know, like, if Kirk gets hurt, do they trade for, like, a Joe Flacco?
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Well, I mean, unless... Well,
that's what Mendoza, I would do, Mendoza, but I don't know if they would do that.
They would probably just try to push Mendoza out there and just let him...
Remember when Tyrod Taylor was a starting quarterback and then a doctor punctured his ribs with a syringe and Justin Herbert won Rookie of the Year?
Yep.
It
could happen.
Crazy.
Yeah, so Mendoza going to 1, pretty obvious. Then you come here to 2, and it's obviously made it
oh my gosh.
Team. Thoughts on the pick, everything like that.
Okay, I sent a text before the draft to K-Stel. And K-Stel, I sent it to K-Stel because I was afraid to put it in the Dudes and Sports chat because I didn't know how it was going to go over. Bailey Reese Downs, Lemon McCoy. That was my list. We get Bailey. Now, the cool thing with Bailey is that he is the best pass rusher in the draft.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. He is going to be able to start day one. He's not as young as Arvell, but he is he's not like an old rookie or anything. And he had the most forced fumbles in FBS last year. He had the most sacks in FBS, most tackles for loss in FBS. Killed it at Stanford for 3 years, 1 year in the Pac-12, 2 years in the ACC. And then transfers to Texas Tech in this kind of new Big 12 and makes the college football playoff as a game wrecker against Oregon and their big offensive lineman. He is a day one starter. He will be opposite of Will McDonald, and the Jets will have 2 screaming edges. I mean, this guy, we talk about Arvell Reese being a freak of nature. You look at all the edge thing, which Arvell is not going to be playing in the NFL. He's going to be an off-ball, weak side linebacker, which is a great spot for him. He's going to be able to blitz in certain packages and stuff. And the Giants had a bunch of edges to begin with. But with David Bailey, you have a true kind of not even 9-tech. Like he is a true set the edge. Well, Will McDonald's probably going to be that wide 9, that right end, that edge rusher, blindside guy. But then on that left side, where you need that guy who can reset the line of scrimmage, who can play outside in, and let those defensive tackles really flow everything back inside, play the traps, play the counters, play the powers. That's who this guy is. You look at the draft combine, and Arvell Reese, who was listed at edge for the combine, he was number 1 in everything. You got David Bailey at 2 in everything. Like this was the best prospect as far as edge rusher in the draft, no question about it. I'm happy that it happened. I'm glad that he's a millionaire in New York. Now, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? Is he going to bring the Jets to the Super Bowl? Is all that kind of stuff? I don't want to ever put that on a kid. I'm excited for the pick. I'm glad that he gets to be a millionaire in New York. Jets, Jets. He seemed to be excited to be at least a top 2 pick. Congratulations, kid, and welcome to the squad. I'm excited to see what you can do.
Yeah, for sure. I like
Make us
it.
proud.
Yeah, Bailey, good pick. I think that was that. Him and Reese were kind of the ones you thought maybe would get in there, but yeah, David Bailey ends up being number 2. Number 3 felt like kind of a surprise there. Lots of directions that the Cardinals can go, and they end up taking Jeremiah Love. I mean, I guess if you have nothing going for you, a good running back is a good place to start.
Already the highest paid running back.
That is a little. That's the one thing that's a little nuts. One knee tear, and what do you do?
What do the now the thing even if he's a great player, what do the Cardinals gain in the long term? Like, what's the best case scenario? He leaves and becomes a Seahawk in 4 years,
yeah,
like Saquon did with the Eagles.
Well, they're hoping to tank it so then they can get like in the Arch Manning lottery. So they can get.
Is it going to be Arch? Is it going to be the kid from Oklahoma
Well,
State? Who's the number
Dante
1 quarterback
Moore.
at this time last year? Dante Moore's a Jet. You know who the number 1 quarterback was this time last year?
Nussmeier.
No, not according to the thing that I saw. Cade Klubnik.
Oh, really? I mean, I guess from Clemson, but I guess Clemson started.
He was killing. He actually was really good his first 2 years. He was really, really good.
Yeah, but I know you never know, right? That's why they play the game. That's why they have it. But I think the Cardinals are, getting a running back that. I mean, a running back. The only thing with this though, is that unless you're getting like a Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry or somebody like that, like running backs are just so expendable now. Like, they just play for 3 or 4 years. They get so banged up that, like, they just can't play.
And they've got a couple of running backs.
Yeah, they have that Benson. Yeah, they have a bunch of guys.
Now, I will say their new head coach, who was an offensive coordinator for the Jets, Mike LaFleur, brother of Matt LaFleur, he loves to run the ball. He loves running the football. He comes from that McVay Shanahan tree, and he's going to be lining these guys up in the slot. He might even be doing some old school wing stuff, at least conceptually. I don't know if he'll line up formation wise in wing stuff, but conceptually he could bring in some wing stuff. He could do multiple running back sets. I think that, and we'll get down more to the Jets board, but there is a thing where this kind of Tyreek Hill is still a free agent.
Yeah.
Where everyone was spread out, and now everyone's starting to get in close again. We're going to see a lot more kind of 22 personnel, 31 personnel kind of things, where you're going to see a lot more tight ends and running backs on the field and a lot less wide receivers. So I don't know. That probably plays into it a little bit. Obviously, he's going to get touches and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what this does for that. I mean, but here's the thing. Take a wide receiver, take a quarterback, take a fucking lineman.
What is it really going to help?
What does anything do for them in the future? Like, they're kind of screwed.
They're really screwed. They're definitely going to be one of those.
So have fun, sell jerseys maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is kind of cool.
Jersey, yeah. I mean, I guess you get yourself a cornerstone running back as long as he stays healthy. I mean, you would think, but who knows? Like, that's what they think with Ginty. We'll see how Ginty does in the sophomore slump, if that happens or not. But kind of shakes up the board here. Getting to 4 for Tennessee. I wish kind of Howard was here, but again, I think he's battling sea monsters for Atlantis right now. Cornell Tate goes 4. What are your thoughts on that? I thought it was okay. I mean, I think they were really hoping Love was going to slip to them at 4. That this was kind of a backup rush plan. It does give Cam Ward somebody to throw the football to. That's supposed to be actually pretty
they
good.
certainly needed a wide receiver. That was for sure.
Now you're going to actually see, okay, is Cam kind of our guy here? We gave you a weapon here now. We got a few weapons here. Like, you need to start figuring some stuff out. I'm not saying they're going to dump him, but again, it is the NFL. I would not be shocked if something didn't go right. And they were like, well, maybe it's time to move on to another quarterback. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the coaching staff and the front office that they have in place, that they are known to move off of quarterbacks. But I think the Tennessee Titans with this pick, Cornell Tate, I assumed that he wasn't going to be available for the Jets pick at 16. So I didn't do as much research on him as some of the other guys. In the limited stuff that I did see on him, I thought he left a little to be. He is a climb the ladder receiver, good possession guy. Left a little to be desired after the catch, which has kind of been the calling card for a lot of these OSU wide receivers. Jackson Smith, Garrett Wilson, Olave with the injuries. Who else was kind of in that class? I mean, Tate was right there. Marvin Harrison Jr. maybe a little bit more in that kind of build. It is a little funny that we had the OSU LSU wide receiver thing, and now the OSU wide receiver is on Tennessee Titans. Yeah. But yeah, I mean they also need a lot of help. They could have went a lot of different ways. I think offensive tackle could have been a good spot for them here. I know they just took J.C. Latham last year, but the more the merrier.
But yeah, gives Cam Ward some.
I don't know. Would you say these are chalk picks? Are these?
I think Jeremiah was the only one that didn't really have chalk. I mean, I could see them going there. I'm not saying couldn't see them. I just thought he was. I thought that our next pick at 5, Arvell Reese was going to go 3. I was hoping he was going to slide past 5.
But it sounds like he's not an edge. NFL teams did not view him as an edge.
Yeah, I know. I guess they say he's got multiple talents, and I mean, but man, watching him rush the football was something special at Ohio State. I mean, it's going to the Giants. The Giants need
okay, but here's the other thing with that is that if you're the best player on that Ohio State team, or not even the best player, you get a lot of good plays on that Ohio State team. It's because it's 11-on-11 game. Yeah. If everybody you got to double some guys on that Ohio State team. You know what that leaves. Yeah. David Bailey was, I mean, kind of the same thing with Texas Tech. Texas Tech was pretty good this year. But I don't know. Arvell Reese, it doesn't, obviously he can blitz. And I don't want to say that he's like a Jamal Adams or something, but it is so interesting how highly touted we saw him as edge, all this pre-draft stuff. And then after this, I don't know if you'd even call it a slip, top 5 still. I mean, what the heck? And then you have a guy like Harbaugh at 5 taking a guy who we're thinking is an edge, who's had all these great edges in his career, who the Giants have a bunch of edges and say he's going to be a weak side linebacker, off-ball linebacker, which is the role that he was kind of playing at Ohio State, but it's not. I don't know. We use this word edge. I don't know what the fucking edge is.
There's like a. Isn't it joker? Basically, is what they call it. It's like it's a weak side outside linebacker.
System? Possibly, and depending on the system. I mean, that sounds about right.
And then that's like they are an outside linebacker. They can't cover, but they do.
He plays inside the tackles. Right. Inside the tackles, you're watching the lineman, right? Maybe a little bit of flat stuff, maybe blitzing off the edge a little bit. But that's the thing is that you could have one of those guys like a Brian Burns move into like a 5 tech or something and then have Arvell come off the inside. So you have a guard tackle situation where they have to switch. Running stunts with those guys too. I mean, you go ins and outs with them. You could really get some pressure on the quarterback. But they also can't really cover that well on the back end. Right. So they're probably gonna struggle too.
Yeah, for sure. But the Giants have a lot of issues going there. But
then we had a trade. Woo.
Yep, trade going on here. The Chiefs do move up to 6. I think they end up with Mansour Delane, which at the beginning I'm like, wow, there's Ruben Bain still there. I really liked him. There's Downs there. Taking a safety that high is pretty cautious. But taking Mansour, after all the reports from Twitter come out that Washington and the Saints were kind of looking at this guy. They thought he was going to be really, really good. So they pick him up at 6 to kind of get it. I think that was the move. I think, honestly, they were maybe hoping Arvell would float down past 5 and they could snag him.
But then he would be playing like the Willie Gay position, or not quite Bolton, I guess.
But they need another. They would need somebody like. They need some help to rush the.
But Bain is more in that Bailey role, hand in dirt, reset edge.
I really liked. I understand why people didn't like Bain because he's like short arms, like okay, like.
But this the other thing is like okay, and I was talking to my uncle about this. My uncle who and I just asked like not necessarily Bain specifically, but short arms and he's been in football. And I was asking him about the short arm thing. He goes, well, what are his other, like, is his only move the straight arm and he's just like beating up short arm tackles? Or does he have short arms and he's very quick? Can he turn an edge? Does he have a move? Does he have a couple moves? Can he fight off the arms? Can he get rid of the arms? Now, a 70-inch arm tackle who's got fucking power and locks
Yeah,
back.
Will Campbell.
I mean, everybody's going to struggle against him.
Right.
Offensive lineman is a little bit more it's not really the Will Campbell thing. But Ruben Bay, I mean, God,
I was really on him.
What about when he got drafted?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that when we get to him.
Yeah, I was really hoping it. But Mansour, okay, you need a corner. You put one of the best corner available in the draft into a Spags defense. He's going to probably thrive after trading away our best corner to there over there in LA. So. But they have that now, and they didn't have to give up their second first-round pick, which is really cool. But they do go get their guy, Mansour, at number 6. At 7, Sonny Styles goes out of Ohio State to Washington. Washington needs that kind of center stone piece in their defense after moving on from Chase Young and stuff like that from a few years ago. Washington's kind of been in a dismantled kind of look throughout the last few years. We'll see if Jane Daniels and them can kind of catch up. I'm going to go through a few of these here, and then you can kind of touch wherever you want to, P4. At number 8, Jordan Tyson, Arizona State.
Yeah, Sonny Styles great.
Yeah, he's going to be great. Yeah, he's going to be really. He's going to be that cornerstone for that defense. I think it's a very good pick there by the Commanders. Jordan Tyson giving another weapon out there. Do the Saints?
They've already changed Arvell Reese on ESPN from edge to linebacker. That's so fun.
Do you think, do the Saints kind of have something cooking a little bit over there on that offensive? I know the Kamara and stuff is kind of going on there, but they've got Olave now. They've kind of got some stuff going.
I think they have a lot of injuries.
Jordan Tyson, yeah. I mean,
I like Kellen Moore. I mean, they can do some fun stuff. The NFC South is always wide open.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how that's going to be with.
And then even if they do suck, then they can draft a quarterback.
Yep, lottery for the next year. Yeah, but you get another good wide receiver, fast, quick, mobile. In Jordan Tyson. At number 9, Spencer Fano from Utah goes. Cool. Cleveland? Cool. What else do you kind of expect out of there?
They had 2 tackles go in the draft, which is interesting to me. I know Utah is now in the Big 12. Fano is a big mug, though.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he's... Yeah, 6'5".
He could be like a Joe Thomas guy. He's a giant dude, and there was a lot of stuff that came out with him after the draft, and he great story. So yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Hey, the Browns really don't have a lot going for them anyways. You do need some help to help kind of keep a quarterback alive there. So you got to kind of front load there. That's kind of your best option at that point after Tyson's taken. So you got there. The Giants come back around for their first pick, and they pick Francis. I can't see his last name.
Mayawaga.
Yeah. Out of Miami. I really like him. I think he's a good pick as well.
He was supposed to be the tackle 1, I guess.
Yeah, he was, yeah. I think it heard, and again, it's through the Twitter grapevine, so you want to take it as you want. But I heard he has some back stuff that's kind of bothering him. I think that kind of maybe pushed Cleveland over to Fano a little bit more. But, I mean, still really great tackle. Played for Miami, who was an incredible football team this year. The Giants need help with everything anyways, because they had a bunch of injuries this year. But shoring up that offensive line to keep your franchise quarterback and potentially Jackson Dart as he goes into his sophomore slump season afloat would be very beneficial for a New York Giants team that really hasn't found any pieces really to click in a long time. So hope you keep your quarterback up. Good little pick. At 11, might be one of my, I hate the Cowboys, but might be one of my favorite picks. Caleb Downs to the Cowboys. That's certified safety. I was really high on this guy too. I understand that you could take him even at 9. You'd really take a safety in the top 10. I think this guy's really good. He's really good at zone coverages, reading the offense and what they're trying to do specifically. But I really like this pick for the Cowboys. They have a lot of stuff going on offense. They kind of have some stuff faltering on that secondary defensive end stuff of that. But Caleb Downs is pretty good I think they're 11. Did you like Caleb Downs at 11? You think he's gonna be a good ball player? Or?
Oh yeah, I don't know so much about what the Cowboys did with the rest of the draft, but they're always good for like picking like the best undervalued player
Right.
in the
Yeah.
draft in the first round, like every year. Like that seems like what the Cow like they jumped ahead and they got a CD Lamb that one year.
Right. Yep.
So
They're
I
very
think
good
that's kind
at
of what they're
top
gonna do.
end talent. That's kind of like seems like a not a diamond in a rough, but like definitely undervalued, underrated. And finding that guy, you're like, how did this guy fall this far in that draft? But got their guy at safety, good for them.
I would like to say that's exactly the pick that I had the Jets trading up to select Caleb Downs in our mock draft.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be real.
So, like I said, like you like right, I had Tennessee State, I meant Virginia.
Right.
Like it's just that little swap that would have switched my entire bracket.
For sure. Caden Proctor going to Miami. Miami, there's nothing going on there. I mean, I whatever. What you're gonna build up your protection for your non-existent quarterback, like
Malik Willis.
I know, but like it's a transitional. They're totally not trying to win. They're trying to get to this quarterback lottery.
Explain the AFC East to me really quick.
You've got the Patriots and
and what's going on with them?
Well, they have their coaching thing, but Vrabel.
What's that?
Well, he's not resigning, so who cares?
Okay. Oh yeah, that won't be an issue.
Sure. What do you mean? There's so much other stuff that goes on. That'll be buried news here next week. There's
all right.
The Patriots.
And that's not going to affect
good.
the locker room at all.
No, it probably will, but it won't affect it as badly as you're probably thinking it will.
Okay. Sure.
Personally.
Now, who else?
The Bills, Buffalo, but Josh Allen always likes to choke in the playoffs.
And what's going on with them? What's happened with them this offseason?
I don't really even know.
Who's their coach?
It's not McDermott. He got fired.
Joe Brady.
Oh, well, okay, never mind then. I didn't even know that. Good luck there.
Huh. All right, who else you got? The Boston College coach in Miami?
Yeah. Yeah, for
and
sure.
Malik Willis?
Yeah, and Malik Willis.
All right. And then what else?
You got the Jets.
Hey.
So you got stuff going on over
you know
there?
what happened the last time the Mets went on a 12-game losing streak?
I saw that.
2002, the Jets won the AFC East with Chad Pennington. You know who was a corner on that team? Aaron Glenn.
Oh, Jesus.
And you know who the Jets drafted in the second round? D'Angelo Ponds. You know who his pro comp is? Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, awesome. Great stuff there. He's going all over the place with this.
Aaron Rodgers
Jets fan.
just took ayahuasca for like the entire Jets.
Yeah, you guys all took it with him, so that's how you feel thinking about things now. Probably the most
My
interesting
cousin,
pick.
who's a Steelers fan, we were going back and forth this draft talking about quarterbacks and all that stuff. And he was like making a joke about how in 15 years there's going to be another kid who's a Jets quarterback or whatever. And I said, well, Rodgers is still going to be the Steelers quarterback. He's going to play another fucking 30 years.
Yeah.
He's going to try to be LeBron.
The probably most interesting pick at 13, the Rams trade up for Ty Simpson.
Oh.
Wow.
No, they didn't. I think this is where they were.
No, they were.
They
were. You're correct. Yes, yeah. They already traded. They traded for this spot. But yeah, Ty Simpson, after your quarterback goes and has an unbelievable year. I mean, you get a guy that's going to sit behind an MVP winning quarterback, and maybe that'll be your future success. But there's a lot of stuff going on over there. Who's going to be that second guy over there? There's 2 or 3 names over there that are kind of in that
they have Stetson Bennett right now.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo, I guess, is thinking about retiring. There was a little bit of stuff about how McVay maybe like wasn't nice in the phone call or so. Like, did you see that?
Yeah, they said like he was.
I cannot believe that we are talking about who was the Super Bowl champs and it wasn't even really close. The Seattle Seahawks, who was the only close game twice that year. Like the Rams are like we're like questioning that Les Snead and McVay like aren't on the same page or something, or they're not picking who they whatever. I guess whatever will get you clicks. This is the perfect situation. Okay, Ty Simpson 13 to the Rams. Like oh my God, are we talking about a future Hall of Fame or like whatever, right? Ty Simpson, number 2 to the Jets. We're like, okay, well, this guy's going to suck. He is awful. Like,
Yeah.
it is just that obvious. That's how the situation go. Like, I'm glad that we're finally coming around to this. I remember 5 years ago when I joined this fraternity at University of Central Missouri, people were like, no, you're crazy. Fucking Baker Mayfield was born to be a great quarterback, and that's what he was going to
Yeah,
be.
well, he was. But he
He's
was
like, no, situationally, if he's on the Browns, he sucks. If he's on the Panthers, he sucks.
so
And
that
if he
means
goes to the
Shador
Bucs,
Sanders, if he's on anybody else, the Browns, he's successful? Other than, like,
no,
the
not
Giants.
necessarily. I think Shador could do some things. They have so many quarterbacks there now.
I know, it's ridiculous.
They just drafted that kid out of Arkansas too. I don't know. Dylan Gate. Does anyone get? Someone has to get cut. But oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Diego Pavia. You said Pavia in our first mock draft. I couldn't imagine that.
Hey man, this is how much I really look into this stuff.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
yeah.
that right there. You're like, he's a Heisman finalist. What do you mean he's not good? It's like he's not good.
He's not that good. The Ravens take a offensive guard, Olivega.
It sucks. It's just this easy for me. I look at guys, I just go, not first round talent, man.
Sorry. You got. He's gonna be a really good piece there for that Ravens organization, but just kind of a nice little filler piece there to help them out on their offensive line. Ruben Bain going.
That was the most chalk pick I saw. Like that has been called, like that was like a Woj thing.
Yeah.
Where like that's been called for like 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
It's like they knew that's
what they already knew he was going there.
Which is weird because they got a new coach.
Right. Yep. Yeah,
all right, let's talk about this guy.
Yeah, Ruben Bain.
You wanted
goes
him.
15. I really did. I think he's going to be really good there. He's going to fit with that system really well, and he's got.
He could just be Shaq Barrett, man.
Right. He could just.
If he could be Shaq Barrett
all
for
he needs to do is, hey man, just rush the quarterback. Like we don't want you to do anything else. You don't have to do anything else. We have great defensive tackles in Villa and the other. I don't know the other kid, but they have really good defensive line. All I want you to do is rotate in and out and rush the quarterback. Like that's all you have to tell him to do. Like
that little video of him, like everybody they put on the cap.
Yeah, and he's just like, give me the hat, all business, bro. It's like, I think it'd be really good. A really good pick there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who actually really did need some defensive help. They did have a lot of wide receiver issues over there. Too many guys need the football, but putting somebody else on the defensive line to be able to help with that pass rush and maybe get to the quarterback a little bit better, pick some of that pressure off of Shaq Barrett and a Villa and bring somebody in like that will be really beneficial. At 16. Is this kind of a shocker? Are you kind of what do you think
I
was.
I was like, ooh, what?
So
I was
like,
surprised.
Is it a good
I thought it was
surprise or a bad
lemon.
surprise?
I thought it was lemon. Okay, gut reaction first thing. I was like, what are we doing? I was like so confused because it wasn't even on my radar.
Right.
But now that I've had time to think about it, in love with it. In love with it.
They need tight ends.
Like there's no bad thing that can happen here. Like even Kyle Pitts to this day is like getting picked in like the 3rd round of fantasy drafts.
Right.
Like Kenyon Sadiq is, you look at like the numbers, he's Kyle Pitts on steroid. Like he's Kyle Pitts 2.0.
Yeah.
And you Bowers and McBride and these guys who are kind of more typical or whatever, Kittle. Sadiq puts his hand in the dirt. Sadiq is also like a screen pass guy. Yeah. He's also like an outside wide receiver. He also runs a 4-3. Like what are we talking about? This guy's just the craziest, best athlete, and he can put his hand in the dirt. And like I was saying earlier, this does not take Mason Taylor off the field, our 2nd round pick out of LSU last year, who had one of the best tight end seasons the Jets players had in the last decade. We have not had very good tight end play. Now we have 2 pretty good tight ends. We got Jeremy Ruckert for another year. We're going to be running 3 tight end sets. Maybe one of them, maybe he's an F-back. Maybe he's a flanker. Maybe he's a fullback. Maybe we kind of put him in some situations in the backfield or spread him out. I know Frank Wright comes from that kind of old school, it's not really West Coast. I guess it kind of is, but he runs a number system. But as far as the offensive line and the blocking schemes, the tight end's going to be involved, and this guy is going to be a cool puzzle piece, right? Like that's what we always talk about when we don't talk about this in the draft. It's so funny to me. It's like we totally forget what season we're in when it's like, oh, we're in draft mode. Let's totally forget how you build a roster and pick best player available. Let's take a running back 3rd overall. And then when we get into the playoffs, it's like, oh, you build the fucking trenches and you get a good guy, whatever, right? Yeah. So we're looking at Kenyon Sadiq, and he is just a puzzle piece. He's like Like, right, he could do that. Uh, uh, Cooper Cup. Who's a guy who's in rehab?
Debo.
Puka Nakua.
Oh
Puka
yeah,
Nakua role.
yeah, yeah. He'd be a really interesting pick there. At
Ins
least
and
gives you
outs and
another
motions. I mean, he is an athlete, man.
cool athlete to have on the field for sure.
Quack quack.
Yep. So
Oregon Duck.
what we're talking about, the flashy pick versus building the trenches. The Lions pick a trench piece there in the offensive tackle. And
Hey, we got an edge earlier. I love how people are going to try to spin that. Judge got a lot of pass catchers in the first round. We got the edge.
Yeah, you got
we spent a lot of money on offensive line. Our last 2 first round picks were offensive tackles. You had to do something. I think we're confident. Like I said last year, our offensive line was the only offensive line to make every start. All 5 guys made every start, and we didn't do shit. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Blake Miller goes to the Lions there. Another reassurance there on that offensive line for the Lions. They kind of fell flat this year again. That window might be kind of closing on them. They need to figure something else out. And maybe bring in a guy like a Blake Miller in to play offensive tackle just to reassure that bulk. Because you figured out now that how you win a championship.
Well, I think Dan Skipper retired. They had a couple guys.
They needed pieces, to kind of fit. So it's a good
Penny
piece to fit.
Sewell is still there.
Yeah,
but
you got to get some more guys in there. At 18, Caleb Banks goes from Florida. Really good pick there for the Vikings. He seems to have some stuff going there on offense, but their defense again kind of lacked. Maybe get somebody.
This might have been a surprise. He was picked a little early, maybe. I mean, defensive tackle, top half of the first round is maybe a little surprising.
Yeah, for sure. But you sure up your defensive tackle position there. Get your guy, another guy that can maybe rush the quarterback on a Vikings team that their defense has usually been their Achilles heel for this NFL football team. So adding some more stuff into that defense is always a good thing, especially a first rounder like that. 19, Monroe Freely goes from Georgia, offensive tackle for Carolina. Yeah, I mean, like, Carolina has a little bit of stuff cooking over there once in a while, but, I mean, you need some more help on that offensive line. You need to give the quarterback a little bit more time to be able to get to the ball to guys like T-Mac and everybody else like that, Leggett and some of those guys there. Rico Dowell had a really good year, but getting yourself another offensive tackle, again, really good. You win championships by the trenches first. Got to get your trenches right. Got to get their trenches right. Find a good piece that maybe will help them make it back to the playoffs, which would be cool to see Carolina kind of do again. At 20 was the guy that maybe for Way West did want, but they actually got the Eagles traded up to get him, and Mekhi Lemon does become your new Philadelphia Eagle. Does this have any clue in that A.J. Brown is totally...
Well, I think, isn't that already official?
Is it official?
Didn't
I don't
get
know
that
if it's
ESPN
official.
alert?
I don't know if he's official or not.
But you have to wait till June 1st to do that, I think.
I can't remember if it's official, but like this makes it official that he's gone. They're doing something. Cause this, yeah, they need some help there, I guess, but like they have a championship winning caliber team. They just fell flat in the playoffs this year, and what? I mean, I guess A.J. Brown, you get that, that hot head out of your system and out of your locker room. Maybe that brings the community of your football team better. But Mekhi Lemon, who looked high on his, I mean, looked like a lot of energy. They drug tested him the next day, which is pretty funny about that. But I mean,
the two sides have discussed a deal according to Schefter, but neither has been willing to commit to it before June 1st, when the Eagles could split Brown's $43 million dead salary cap charge between this year and next.
Right. So yeah.
So it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
What are
which
they
is
saying?
but the Mekhi Levin's shoring up that now you've got another young star at wide receiver to kind of take that role there. Good to move up and get your guy.
I think he's awesome after the catch.
He was on the phone with the Steelers as he's about to get.
That's so crazy. I cannot believe that Pittsburgh did that.
Oh, by the way, the Philadelphia is calling me right now.
And isn't it also kind of weird that the Cowboys let the Eagles trade up? Like that was the Cowboys pick.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, well, yeah, sure. We'll let you get another weapon against us. Sure, why not? They got downs, which kind of helps. But, the Steelers were on the clock, or not on the clock, excuse me, already calling Mekhi because they were like, you're going to get here. He goes to the Eagles right before, so they have to pivot to Max Thanacher, from Arizona State, offensive tackle. Kind of feels like, I mean, there's a lot of other things going on in Pittsburgh. Maybe the offensive line isn't your biggest deal. You're kind of hoping to maybe get another weapon out there. Now you're building the trenches up again, which is great, but I think this
I
felt
don't
like
know.
a very
Jamal
second.
McCoy must have no knees or something.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but
Wait, all the way to the fourth round?
yeah. Number 22 is Akeem Menzendorf, the edge from Miami. Played on the opposite side
Miami
of
Edge.
Ruben Bain, were part of the best defense in the college football playoffs this year, other than Indiana, but still really, really great defense, especially pass rush. The Chargers make the playoffs again. Can't quite get over that hump. Defense and rushing the quarterback has been one of those areas they needed to, kind of figure out. Getting a young guy like this on from a winning, a hard-nosed mentality from Miami, I think will end up being a really good pick for the Chargers. At 23, the Cowboys pick Malachi Lawrence out of UCF. He's an edge rusher as well. Really going hardcore into your defense here. Dallas kind of has their offense, who they want there, except for maybe Pickens, which there's always been rumors that he might be traded. But they get an edge rusher. They pick up a safety, and then they pick up an edge rusher in their first 2-round picks to really sure up that defensive end role. Just another pass rusher, another guy to get in rotation to be able to rush the quarterback. And if you could get the trenches right, you might have some success as the Cowboys trying to find that success after kind of another iffy year. The Browns do take a weapon at 24 in Casey Concepcion at Texas A&M. Pretty good player. I kind of like this pick, honestly. Give Shador somebody to throw the ball. Yeah, I think we did call this pick, but give Shador somebody to throw the ball to. Give a little bit of excitement there in Cleveland.
And I think they traded this pick with the Vikings.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yeah, I can't remember, but from Jacksonville.
From Jackson. Okay, then the Cowboys with Malachi Lawrence.
Yeah.
So, because where did the Vikings didn't pick in the first round, and I thought that Feynman was going to go there.
Yeah, they traded out of it, but yeah, Concepcion at the 24th pick. Something fun for Cleveland fans to kind of look forward to, right? At least something there that's kind of flashy that might give you a little bit of hope. But I mean, it is the Cleveland Browns. There's still a lot of stuff going on there. At 25, the Chicago Bears pick Dylan Thinnerman out of Oregon, the safety. Caleb Downs, number 1 guy, obviously, but Daniel was kind of the number 2 guy. I think this is a really great pick for the Bears. I mean, the Bears they were good last year. And Kyle, K-Stel, I don't want to give that guy any credit ever, but he did kind of call the Bears being pretty good. I mean, I know you said that there was an option. I said no way, but I know K-Stel had the Chicago Bears as the second in the NFC North. And the offense is finally clicking. They did lose DJ Moore. But they do have some stuff. Luther Burden's coming out of the shadows there. I know those Mizzou fans are really happy to see him get more touches. But to shore up on your defensive secondary, why not add a guy like Thinnerman in there to be able to lock down that secondary that's kind of didn't struggle, but that kind of felt like was one thing that kind of hurt them towards the end of that season. So getting him at 25 is pretty good. You got another trench warrior in Kellen Rutledge going to Houston. Houston, they made the playoffs again, do pretty well, kind of fall short. Once again, they had some struggles there with their offensive line, shoring up that offensive guard, another rotational piece, guy that can really grow to help out this Houston team, and Kelly and Rutledge pretty good there. You got anything to say on these guys? You want me to keep going?
Yeah, you can kind of keep going. Both these guys can help teams that were already in the play.
Right, yeah, for sure. The Miami Dolphins trade, and they get Chris Johnson out of San Diego State.
Traded up.
Yep, traded up to get this corner. The Dolphins
He was one of the few bright spots on that SDSU team. He was just a lightning bolt. He is a real fun player. He is not related to the other Chris Johnson.
Right, yeah, but he's... it's great, but, the Dolphins, you look at what they've picked, what are they, what's going on?
Shut down corner and offensive line. I mean, I guess it's kind of how you build a team.
Yeah.
They think they have their quarterback. I think they're just building a crappy team, and then you plug and play quarterback. That's kind of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, they're trying to build up so they can build for next year. Find something to lock down corner, pretty good there. The Patriots pick an offensive tackle. Now Will Campbell and
Another Utah guy.
Caleb Lemieux. These guys are going to be good. He is pretty big as well. Like he's 6'6", 313. He's a big boy there for the Patriots to be able to help out after making it to the Super Bowl, just falling short. Shoring up those offensive tackles. If you have two incredible offensive tackles and you give Drake May at least a little bit of time, he usually kind of finds that guy to get, the horses going a little bit. So locking down another great tackle there at a pick at like 28, I think was a very valuable pick for the Patriots and a really good pick by the Patriots. At 29, the Kansas City Chiefs do pick Peter Woods. I do like this pick. I was calling for a defensive rush help, and they delivered in the first round. It wasn't Ruben Bain like I was hoping or Arvell Reese, but Peter Woods is still going to be really good. You've got a guy that could be another nose tackle for the Chiefs, and you can maybe even rotate Chris Jones out to an edge, which honestly he's played a lot better as more of an edge guy anyways in these last few years than, in the hand dirt, because he just gets double teamed or triple teamed inside. If you give him a one-on-one with a tackle, he's going to make a lot more plays for you. Peter Woods looked really good at Clemson. I think he's going to be able to help rush the quarterback, which is something the Chiefs desperately needed. I know everybody's calling for a wide receiver. I think our wide receivers are fine. I think it's the system. I don't think it's the wide receivers themselves. I think that they need to figure some new stuff out there. They can't just have Patrick Mahomes dance around and chuck up the ball to Tyreek Hill. That doesn't work anymore. People play cover two safety up against him. They got to figure something else.
Why don't you bring Tyreek back and try it?
Because he's not the same player as he was. I mean, I'm not saying that wouldn't be a bad option. I honestly probably wouldn't be mad at that option. Because why not? Because what do they got to lose at this point? But especially with Kelsey coming back, I mean, like he'll probably drop another 25 footballs again this year, and probably 2 of them will cost us 2 games or whatever. But I don't think drafting a wide receiver in the first round would have solved our issues. I don't think taking a Tyson at 6 or a Mikael Lemon's going to fix your problems for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think defensive wise they were really good, but they did not rush the quarterback very well. And they did get rid of their top corner. Putting these plug guys in, I think, is going to benefit the Chiefs more. You win championships by the trenches. And adding a guy like Peter Woods allows Chris Jones to have a little bit more break time, not to play inside all the time. You got some good rushers there as well. There's some guys that definitely need to step up. But at least you kind of filled this problem. And then you kind of do a little bit with the wide receiver in the second round. But I really like this Peter Woods pick by the Chiefs at 29. At 30, do get a flashy wide receiver here from the JETS Jets.
I guess
Omar
flashy.
Cooper,
I
but
mean,
he's not
spec catch
flashy
is going to be on
right.
99.
But he's just gonna catch the ball for you. Like he's like at least you got somebody.
Yeah, I mean
he's
not Lemon. Yeah, a lot of hand catches. He's an exciting guy. And I know that there's some people who have some problems with how he tested, but I think, and he's never had a 1,000-yard season in his college career. And there's a couple little knocks on him. He was the best receiver on the national title team. He was the best receiver for the Heisman winning quarterback. He had probably the best catch of the season at Penn State, right?
Yeah.
He's really good after the catch as well. He's had Deebo Samuel comparisons kind of stuff. He's another kind of puzzle piece guy. I think this was a good pick, trading back into the first. Now, at first, I was a little interested in that because I feel like we could have got him at 33. We had the first pick in the second round. But at the end of the first round, when Mogi and Glenn talked about it, Mogi sounded that he really wanted the 5th-year option on this guy. So maybe that means that they project him. Now, here's the thing with Omar Cooper Jr. that maybe we don't talk about with a guy, Lemon, who's going to end up being a number 1 option, probably. Well, I don't know. You probably him.
I mean, you got Smith there, but flashy-wise,
Goddard.
probably. Yeah, but it's...
So who else? You got Carnell Tate. Is he the number 1 option already in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan Tyson, is he the number 1 option?
Olave is
maybe
not healthy.
split time with Olave.
Yeah, but
whatever.
Olave's coming off an injury.
All right. Sadiq, he's not the number 1 option. Makai Lemon, he's not really the number one option. Casey Concepcion,
Yeah, probably.
is he the number one option?
I think so.
So he's maybe the number one
Because is
option.
Cooper still
You got
there in
Omar
Cleveland?
Cooper Jr. He's coming in. I think, if my math is correct, he's the number 6 option.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, Kenyon Sadiq, Adonai Mitchell, and then you could either do him or Mason Taylor, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just another puzzle piece to throw in there.
So right, that I think that helps his case. Now, maybe it doesn't help his case to put up crazy numbers. Like, is he a fantasy wide receiver? Is he offensive rookie of the year wide receiver? But I feel like and this is kind of the thing that we're saying with quarterbacks and all this stuff. And I think this is good for all players to develop. That's our job when you get in these rookies and you get a first round pick and you want to come out. You want to be a developmental franchise. You want to be able to develop these guys in house because it's very tough. We're seeing it in baseball, just plug and play these guys. So being a developmental piece, I think it's really cool. I do think he's a good wide receiver. He is. He's not like one of these young guys who came out really early, or one of these guys that maybe are coming in next year's draft. But the Jets have plenty of picks next year. We got 3 first rounders next year already. So another 3 this year.
See if one
of
those darts
three
lands.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, hope one of those darts lands in the sweet spot in the bullet zone.
Right? I mean, if all of these guys hit,
darts,
if all of these first round picks hit, that means that Geno Smith had a good year, right? If 2 pass catchers had a good year,
yeah.
That means that Geno did good. If Geno did good, you have to assume that the rest of the team did pretty okay because the defense isn't really the issue. I mean, I hope we get an interception. Well, maybe we could talk about the Jets and the Chiefs full drafts just a little bit. But we got 2 more picks here in the first. I like that we got them, and if they think that we needed them in the first for the 5th-year option, then I'm cool with it. I liked what they did before, so. And that's kind of the other thing is like, okay, we're gonna give this pick that they got an A+, but this pick that they got D-.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's the same GM.
It is what it is, man. Keldrick Folk out of Auburn goes to Tennessee. Tennessee got an offensive weapon. Now they kind of got a defensive guy that may be able to help out on that end. They have a lot of pieces missing, and Folk could really be one of those pieces that like kind of fits there and starts to wreak havoc on that defensive line that was kind of non-existent last year. So putting in another first-round pick in your defensive line seems to be like a good move. And then the 32nd pick is Jadarian
Rashad Price.
Yeah, Rashad Price. Out of Notre Dame. 2 running backs out of Notre Dame going in the first round. Pretty nuts.
Crazy. That is so crazy. Could you imagine?
2 running backs went in the first round, and both were from Notre Dame. And they didn't even make the college football playoff.
What are the Seahawks doing with this? Like, do they really
they just want somebody else. No, because they couldn't get Walker back. So this kid, I don't know. I don't have any tape on him. They could have had
Walker back.
But they didn't.
They would still have cap space if they signed Walker to the same exact contract that you guys did.
Yeah, but he didn't sign there. So you got to find a hole gap, someone to fill that hole. You take Price, which I don't have any tape on him. I'm assuming he's pretty good. He went in the first round. If you want to talk some of your favorite picks of the rest of the rounds, I don't have too much more. I watched a little bit of these later rounds, but I was more focused in other stuff than the later rounds of this draft.
Yeah, so the Chiefs took those 2 guys in the top of the 2nd round. The Chiefs took R. Mason Thomas, edge rusher out of Oklahoma, safety out of Oregon, Jadon Canaday, Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska. He's a running back. Breakout 2025 season. He had a couple touchdowns. He makes a couple. Let's see what Scouts Inc. says. Stays decisive with his cuts. Not extremely shifty, but he can make multiple players miss in the open field. Can be an effective receiver, but did not have a multitude of explosive plays when catching the ball out of the backfield. Cyrus Allen out of Cincinnati, the wide receiver, and then Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU. You guys got a couple quarterbacks on the team, huh?
Yeah, you don't know who's going to be that starter. I mean, like starter for day
So
one.
when's Pat going to be back?
I would say, I want to be hopeful and be like week 4, but I don't even really know.
So you got either Fields or
So it says
Nuss or
September
Olakun.
2023. Yeah, we're gonna start Fields.
Oh my God. I can't wait for you to see that. I
No,
can't wait.
it's not gonna be great. I'm not excited at all.
He's a punt returner.
It
He's
says
not a
it's too early to
quarterback.
know for sure if Mahomes will be back, but I don't think he'll be back in the week 1. I think he'll be gone for a few weeks. I don't know. We'll see. Nussmeier, I guess. I mean, cool. He can sit behind people. I mean, Justin Fields will be
He's the son of a coach.
yeah. I mean,
Tennessee
good run.
Titans, you got the wide receiver, you got the edge, you got Anthony Hill, linebacker out of Texas, you got guard out of Arkansas, you got Nick Singleton out of Penn State. He was behind, I think he was behind Saquon for a year, so he's been in for a while. Defensive tackle Jackie Marshall out of Baylor, center out of Indiana, Pat Coogan, and then Oklahoma tight end Jared Kanik. Not too much. So let's talk about the Jets, guys. I have been paying attention to these guys. In the second round, we kind of touched on him briefly. D'Angelo Pons, he is his pro comp is Aaron Glenn. That's pretty cool. He's kind of a short, stout corner, but can play on the outside, quick, good play on ball. Think maybe Brent Grimes. Let's go with Brent Grimes. Remember Brent Grimes? Played for the Dolphins for a couple years.
Yeah.
Darrell Jackson Jr., defensive tackle out of Florida State. He's a big body. Cade Klubnik out of Clemson. Now, a lot of quarterbacks were still on the board when this pick happened. Drew Allard just went to the Steelers. Ty Simpson and Mendoza had gone already, obviously. And I think Cole Payton had already gone at this time. Another kind of cool player that was drafted, I think he was drafted by the Falcons or the Saints, was Trey Lance's brother. Same build, same height, weight, speed, basically everything, but he's just a wide receiver, and he's awesome. So, Trey. So Cade Klubnik, who hits on all of the the quarterback checklist that are kind of like stats that Bill Walsh came up with, that he goes, I don't draft a guy unless he hits these kind of things. And it's like 3-year starter, 2-to-1 touchdown interception, 60% completion, 23 college wins, 30 college starts, all this kind of stuff. He hits all those boxes. Now, can he process information? Can he be accurate? Can he play under duress? Can he keep his eyes moving? Can he be athletic enough in the pocket? Can he extend plays? These are all things that have yet to be really seen. He struggled last year. There is some stuff out that he played with an injury, and the Jets are confident that that will be taken care of. Like I said, some draft boards had him listed as the number 1 quarterback for this year's draft heading into this year. A year ago, Cade was going number 1 to the Saints in mock drafts. So I'm excited to see what he could maybe do. Now, he could just be a guy like, what's his name, Jordan Mason or something. We drafted a guy out of FAU a couple years ago who I don't even think played. And then you have, obviously, like a Christian Hackenberg. But this is a 4th-round pick. This isn't a 2nd-round pick. So we'll see what Cade does. Should be interesting. Should see him in the preseason, I hope. But who do the Jets have at quarterback right now listed? Obviously, Geno. I don't know if we've officially brought back. Okay, so we haven't even brought back. We talked about him earlier. What's his name? Tyrod Taylor. Geno Smith, Brady Cook, Cade Klubnik, and Bailey Zappi.
Lots of quarterbacks there for the Jets.
After this, we got Inez Cooper, Miami offensive guard. He's a pretty big player. He was really good in Miami. I'm not quite sure why he went this low. Maybe there was character concerns or something. And then VJ Payne, fast safety out of Kansas State, ball hawk. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, draft's cool.
Yeah,
to see how they are and stuff like that. Good to see that going. I thought we'd go right in here to this UFC card. It's kind of getting a little bit later for me down out here in the central part of the United States here. Some of us got stuff to do. But let's go and let's go through this UFC card together. Not really a lot to talk about the NBA playoffs. I mean, we walked just a little bit. A few fans. I'm a fan of the Suns.
LeBron is still doing it.
LeBron's still the guy. The refs or whatever.
Kevin Durant's the GOAT thing might have lasted like a day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But LeBron literally made a alley-oop partner, so doing it unbelievable.
He scored. Bronny scored 5 points. The Lakers won by 4. The reason the Lakers won the game is because LeBron had sex.
Yep, basically, yep, and they're really good. I don't know who's beating the Thunder if the refs continue to do the reffing the way they are. I don't think it's just a Thunder problem. I think it's a superstar problem, but that's just how the NBA rolls. It's why a lot of us aren't really watching it that much.
It's funny when Chet Holmgren does it because he's like a 7-footer.
Yeah, he jumps up and you're drawn. I get it. It's a part of the game. What do you want? You're going to shoot the free throw and probably go 2 for 2. Why not get the free bucket? But just the integrity of the game is so lost until about, who knows? I'm just, the Thunder, okay, they're not, the Suns were not going to beat the Thunder. Doesn't matter, okay? And I understand, that's not why they lose these games. But it's going to get to a point where the Thunder are going to be in the Western Conference Final against a San Antonio Spurs or a Denver Nuggets or somebody like that, and they're going to get away with every call, and it's just going to be the same thing. It's just going to be that's what's going to happen. They're going to draw fouls. The refs are going to call them, and they're going to, make it to the, shoot 45 free throws when the other team only shoots 13. So hopefully the NBA figures that out. Suns are down 3-0. It'll be fun to see. I'll probably go over more in depth once we get to the semifinals because the quarterfinal rounds, really interesting one is the Magic are up on the Pistons right now, 2-1. The Raptors just tied the series 2-2.
Duke runs the league. It's crazy. Every team has a Duke player.
Well, yeah, because when they get to the NBA or whatever, they are wow, I have to actually foster these kids because when they go to Duke, they're seen as celebrities.
Wendell Carter and Paulo Blanchard are the only thing the Magic have. R.J. Barrett and Brandon Ingram are the only thing the Raptors have. Luke Kennard. Yeah.
R.J. Barrett's garbage. How about UFC before you keep going?
Brandon Ingram.
You're stupid.
You didn't say that when I said Brandon Ingram or even Wendell Carter Jr.
Brandon Ingram's really good.
You know who Wendell Carter Jr. dates?
No, I really don't care.
You don't? You don't know, actually?
No, I really don't.
Angel Reese.
Oh, nice. Go figure. Well, how's the UFC fight?
That kind of stuff, PC.
No, not really, especially when it's a Duke.
Talita Alicinar beats Julia Polistri. Couple Brazilians starting off the card. 8-1-1 for Talita. Victor Venezuela gets the win over Max Griffin. Max Griffin drops down to 20-13. Dang.
Don't think he's
welterweight prelim. Francis Marshall beats Lucas Brennan. Unanimous decision. Cody Durden over Rafael.
Cody Durden, man. I thought this guy didn't exist.
18-10-1. He exists. Michelle Montague, unanimous decision. Myro Buena Silva. Jackson McVeigh, submission choke. Cedric Dumas. Dumas, man, he's a mess.
We were talking about
Jackson McVeigh, he finally gets his UFC win after all these times, after he won his fucking Contender Series fight. The last fucking couple months I come on, I go, Jackson McVeigh's pretty good, guys. Jackson McVeigh, and he keeps on losing. He finally beats Cedric Dumas. So congrats to Jackson McVeigh. I believe this is his first UFC win. And performance of the night. So that's $50K. Yeah, that's his first UFC win.
Yeah.
Congrats, Jackson. I've been saying your name for weeks. Eric Moicano, unanimous decision over Rodolfo.
Oh, great. Yeah, nice.
Middleweight.
Ryan
Spann, heavyweight. I mean,
we like seeing heavyweights knock each other out.
He's an apex. This is the fucking main event. Or main card fight.
Yep, it had to be.
Ronnie Barcelos is so funny that, he's the bantamweight. He is the gatekeeper of all gatekeepers. He cannot beat a title contender to save his life, but he can beat
He just slips by.
Anybody else. He can beat.
He slips by. Every time.
It's pretty fun. Davey Grant, unanimous decision, fight of the night.
Wow, great.
Over Adrian Luna Martinelli.
Rafa Garcia.
Rafa Garcia over Alexander Hernandez, unanimous decision. Jocelyn Edwards over Norma Dumont, unanimous decision. Actually, Jocelyn Edwards, good fight, really turned on in that third round. Aljo was not winning on the feet, but it was a takedown tournament.
Right, yeah. Well, let's go figure. Go figure. I mean, that's just how it is with those guys.
If they were standings, Zalal would have won.
Oh, well, Sterling
We lost
wins.
some money on that one.
Next week,
but
this is a card. I like
is
this.
this early in the morning?
Yeah, it's in Australia. It's at 6 a.m.
4 a.m.
Central.
Easter.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's 8 a.m. for me. 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. Carlos Process
6 a.m.
versus Jack
Central
Della
time.
Maddalena.
It's Central, 6 a.m. Central time, so it's 4 a.m.
Cody Steele. We got a lot of New Zealand guys and Australian guys on this. Wes Schultz, Colby Thickness, Vince Morales, Gerald Mears,
Tim Elliott,
Junior Taffa.
Oh, my favorite fighter.
Tim Rouston.
Bam Bam.
Yeah, Tai Tuivasa versus Louis Sutherland. That should be fun.
Oh, Junior
Samil
Taffa.
Gazayev on the main card. Tim Elliott, Steve Urseg. That's actually kind of cool. William Salakid is pretty good against Dariush.
Nice little highlight.
That's a 3-round fight though. And then Jack Della versus Protest. That's cool.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah,
to see
good
this.
fight. That's gonna be early in the morning. Remember, it kind of does it for UFC.
Yeah.
I see on my Tapology Euphoria. Have you watched the new Euphoria?
I have
episode?
not. No, I did not get into that as much as you.
Cassie
guys did.
and Nate are getting married.
Yeah, wow, it's pretty crazy how some of that stuff those drama shows do. It's like they all like hook up with each other and then break up and then hook up with each other again.
NFL draft pick'em next week.
No.
What's that mean?
NFL draft. Pick them next week.
I'm looking at the Google Doc.
Oh, I probably forgot to delete it on the doc.
God dang it.
Yep, I know.
I thought we had another 25 minutes.
No, we got nothing left.
You
Got nothing
gotta
left.
go to bed.
Hey, dude, I'm Central Time here, man. It's like late. I got stuff to do.
So much this weekend. Because Portland isn't that far of a drive, and the grandparents are just past there. But, oh my gosh, driving down, it would be like driving to, what's St. Louis?
4 hours.
Yeah. It'd be driving to St. Louis and back in a weekend.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Oh my gosh. And then all the stops along the way, right? You don't just go there.
Everything. Yeah. Yep.
Oh. I went to this place. I went to this little gas station. Let's throw this little anecdote in there. I went to this little gas station, and it was like some whatever. It was like called Flyovers or something. And there was a sign on the door that said, "Ask what's for free on Fridays." And it was Friday. I said, "What's for free?" And they said, "This, you have to get our app, and then you can get this coconut cream Dr. Pepper." And it was just coconut. It tastes like suntan lotion. Just coconut soda.
Wow. But at least you got it for
But
free.
I got it for free.
Well, that's all that matters. All that matters. Yeah, it kind of
Like you guys get this show. Like, donate, subscribe.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while now. We just passed our 2-year mark here last week, which we shouted out, which was pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna keep going, gonna keep grinding through here.
Split in half.
We're kind of getting to this.
Mitosis.
It's kind of getting to this point of the season where it is baseball, and then other than that, there's a few other things going on. But lots of baseball, a little bit, pretty long episode honestly because of the NFL draft stuff. But good content here, Main Man from Way Out West. What are your final words to the people?
Yeah, that's just about it. Like, donate, subscribe. I just missed the trash can completely. Like, donate, subscribe. I'm still at the beach. Share with your friends. Share with your family. Chat was a little dry this week, so maybe we'll fix that by next week. Cool. How many?
16.
Dang!
You check the current number. It was 16 earlier. It is, 16 views. Yep. We had a peak of 4 around 10 o'clock. Wow.
That was an hour ago.
Good for
probably
us.
When I started talking about the Jets again.
Probably. They're probably like, I don't want to hear any of that stuff.
But just super awesome stuff coming down the pipe on Dudes in Sports. We're always chatting about new stuff. It's just easy. This is our bread and butter, right, PC? Let's try to explain this to the folks. This is our bread and butter. If there was something that you guys wanted, like if there was, hey, the Dudes in Sports guys? What if we did a little bit of this? Obviously, send that to us. The only way we'll grow is by you guys letting us know. There is some other stuff that we're thinking about. It's just the problem is that it's so hard to go so far out of the box.
Yeah.
It's easy to do this because this is basic. We're kind of going over current events and all that kind of stuff. But let's just say it, PC. I know we're the number one humble sports podcast in America, but we're also the smartest sports podcast
that'd be
in
pretty
America.
accurate, honestly.
So it's a delicate balance, obviously, but we're working on it. And if there's something you guys want to see from us, we're always cooking some stuff out in the back, and we'll see you guys next week. I mean, geez, Louise, set your clocks to it.
Gotta have those notifications on for when the Dude Sports Podcast does come live. 7:30 Central Time, or excuse me, 9:30 Central Time, 7:30 for you West Coasters, and we will see you.